Welcome again to Buzz Sports, your number one sports online channel. Ikiwa leo we are back again with an amazing interview. But before I start, tuko Expressway launch ambayo iko along Mombasa Road karibu na Imara Mall. This is a place you can come, ujisikie tuko home. Upate kinywaji chako, kuna facilities hapa, conference, kuna chakula at affordable rates. So ukiwa on Mombasa Road karibu na Imara Mall, tafuta Expressway launch. Na kwa mpenzi wa ball, this coming Saturday EPL is starting na kutakuwa na launch ya EPL hapa Expressway launch. Kumbuka wako na a very big screen ya kuwatch games na Radio Maisha ikiwa na watangazaji wake Steven Mkangai, Walter Kinjo watakuwa papa hapa kutangazia mechi moja kwa moja. Itakuwa ni mechi ya Arsenal I think. So on Saturday tukue hapa tuweze kuwatch ball pamoja. So keep it here, this Buzz Sports. In a few I will be introducing my guest. Welcome back, this Buzz Sports. Na leo mmezoea watu wamevaa majezi. Leo niko na mtu amevaa official. The chairman wa U45 FC Leopards branch.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Maybe kwa majina, tuanze na majina, unaitwa nani?
Kwa majina naitwa Olympia, Mohanga Musonye.
Yes.
Mimi ni fan, na also member of FC Leopards.
Okay.
Yes.
Member number?
Your number inakuwa refu sana. It's too long.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too long, but you go to our to our records.
Okay.
My number is there.
Okay.
Google, you get my number.
Yes.
Yes.
Na kuwa fan wa FC Leopards, when did you start supporting FC Leopards? Since
Thank you very much. I remember it was on 10th October 1997. It was on Moi Day.
Yes.
For those people who were there those days. I know Gen Zs were not born, but for millennials, you remember the Moi days. Yeah, during that time, it was at 4 p.m. And I was around, I think, nine years in that local Sanyo radio my father had.
Yes.
And we were very keen to follow up on the event of the day. And on that day is when the Moi Golden Cup final was being played on each and every year. And everybody was enthusiastic about the game of the day. And that day, it was the day when AFC Leopards was playing with the Dorset KCC. And I remember that time we had a coach by the name Abu Corona. Abu Corona was from Sierra Leone, was the coach of AFC Leopard. And we had Francis Chaonya as our chairman. AFC Leopards that time was a rallying way for those people who were there that time. We had the likes of Eric, he was Polo Cheng, Kunde being in the defense. We had Francis Odwar. We had the likes of Francis Barasa in the midfield. We had Eric Ocheng Cantona, for those who knew. We had Odhiambo, we had Fred Ambani, Kayemba. It was a very good squad. And that time, you see, even up to now, I'm still remembering the squad, the names and the coach and everybody, because it was a team to reckon. And that time, we listened to the game, but it was I knew FC from a bad point of view because we lost that day. I remember Eldoret KCC had the likes of Ferengo, we had Francis Xavier, we had Polo Cheng, Kilibwa, the likes. And I remember we were hammered 4-1. At that time, we received Mike Serengo doing 2, Francis Xavier doing 1. And there was someone, I don't know, by the name, I think Tero. Tero scored the 4th goal. At that time, it was so emotional to me as a young boy AFC Leopard, because we were scored 4 against 1, and Francis Odwar scored our goal through a penalty. That's how I started knowing AFC Leopard, and because I saw my brothers and my father feeling sad that we had lost, to Eldoret KCC, who were newcomers, and it was the first final. I knew that in my blood I was to be an FC Leopard. I was to be an Ingwe fan.
Okay.
So at that time I knew AFC, and then the following year I followed the AFC Leopards games, and that's the year we lifted the cup, the Premier League, the last time. And that year I remember we bolstered our squad, and we were able to purchase Matthew Otomax from Rivertex, who was one of our best keepers that time. We had Fire. Also, then we got some players from high schools like Makacha, Agrippa Nyanje. We had the likes of Tom Juma. You see, those are there's a squad that I still have in my memory, and I was young. So it was a very good squad, and we won the league. I think we won with 69 points, and Mumias Sugar came second with 64 points. So that's how I started knowing AFC Leopards. I knew AFC Leopards as a continental club, not a league club. Yes, because if you go behind a bit, during that time, AFC Leopard, the same year, 1997, when we were hammered with Eldoret KCC, we had exited the CAF, Confederation Cup champions, from at the quarters level. And I remember we were hammered by this Uganda KCC, Kampala City Council. Yeah. Yes, on an aggregate of 3 against 2. And at that time, you know, I knew the team. It was this team that it was playing continental. We had won the Eastern Central Africa Cup the previous year, 1996, and that one was a history. You know, I was told. Now that's why I was interested to know this team today is going to win the Moi Golden Cup, because I was told the history by my brothers that this is a big team. So we went into dark days of FC Leopards. I think since that time when we won the league, we went into those relegation squabbles. Then we came back. We were able to try to play. We've been having touches here and there of a club, but not to that level, because we've had some players that we can mention. We had the likes of Musa Mude, the greatest. We produced good midfielders since that time, but the team as a whole was not performing well. We had the likes of Charles Okwemba, a very nice midfielder. And then last but not least, we had Mangoli, who was a midfielder you could see and appreciate. This a very nice midfielder that the team should be having. But generally, AFC Leopards, we are moving. We can't say that we are going negative. We are moving positive, but very, very slow, very slow. We fans are not really excited about that, because everybody has a history. And our history about AFC Leopards was about continental club, not about fighting for the Premier League. Yes. Yeah. So generally, that's how I know AFC Leopards. I think if I start talking about it, I'll talk the whole day. Yes.
And maybe since then, since you started supporting FC Leopards, it's like you've only won the league once.
Yes, in my lifetime.
And what does that tell you as a person?
As a person, I think it's all about very many things that boils down to AFC Leopards. One, our objectives are not set right from the leadership perspective, because I think from the fans' perspective, our objectives are right. Because fans, the main aim of fans is to get entertained and win trophies. The main objective of since then, because I can't say it's now, only now, since 1998, what happened? It's like we had our objectives, we narrowed down objectives to simplistic, maybe kind of issues, squabbles, politics, and other things, rather than focusing on one thing: winning, and winning. And after winning, developing players into professionals. Because even if we win a trophy, and those players that are leaving that particular kind of team, they are not building themselves, because we have stories of very many players who played for FC Leopards and are really struggling. We remember their names, but you cannot be proud to be associated with them now, because if you are told this is their particular name, and then this is the person, you feel ashamed and you feel sad. You can cry, because Because you see how nostalgic I enjoy those names when I say, but does that nostalgia translate into their life now? Yeah, so we were not able to concentrate on developing players and at the same time developing the team so that we can be continental, because you can be only continental if you have also in your system, you channel people who are very vibrant and they're working very like Victor Mukubi. You know, that's the only player FC Leopards we are proud of now, because we see his life. He can come back even also do something. He inspires players because of what he has done. So the objective of the team and specifically management structure has to be rechecked for those who are going to be there and for those who are there. We have to recheck. And for we as fans, also we have to support and make sure that we are assisting the management to make sure that it works towards what we want. We have to avoid a lot of politics, squabbles, nini. We have to focus on the rightful objective of football. Yeah, we have to look at that player who is playing for FC Leopard. What's his intention? He wants to grow his career. How can we assist him to grow his career? Good management. And then good management, good support from fans, fan base, doing doing things that will make that player deliver. And one of those things is motivating, and then also like guiding them. We have to follow them. See, as a player, any other career, these players have their life outside that stardom. You know, they are stars. When you see them in the field, they play very well, they score. We cheer them. Do we go deep to know what do they experience when they go home? Do we go deep to understand their family background and the challenges they are facing? We have a lot of challenges. We have challenges of drug, we have challenges of poverty, we have challenges of mental health, family issues. As a team, do we check into that to make sure that these players, we can be able to see them for them to deliver? Because if we ignore that and concentrate on the physical and technical aspect, someone comes, but behind his mind is thinking of something else, where he has left home, he has left his parent, he has left the family. Are we able to look into that for you to make sure I deliver? And all the clubs that you see in the world performing well, those professional clubs, that's what they do. And that's why you have camps. That's why we have psychologists. That's why we have the issue of emotional intelligence. You see the way Chelsea now is focusing. I'm not marketing Chelsea or but Chelsea now, they have come, there's a new model that people are using to manage team. You manage a team as a project. You must look at emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is about their life, how these people react to other pressures that are coming outside from outside the playing field. Are you able to control those for these people to deliver? As any other job. That's how players are. But basically, we have not really developed on that. We are working on it, but on a very slow base. Thank you.
And maybe as a fan now, what are you can tell me, what are the three things that you feel like, if done right, FC Leopards can go back to its glory moment?
Okay. Three things that, if done right, FC Leopards can go back to its glory moment is one, our focus first should be on players. Our focus should be on players, because the players are the engine of production for the team. If we don't concentrate on players and make sure that the players are comfortable and they are being paid well, they're being trained well, they're being given the rightful support through basic needs, insurance, healthcare. A player should not be being worried all the time about, when I get injured, I'll be thrown out of the club, or I'll be able to, nikikuwa injured maybe for 2 years, I might not be able to be taken care of my health. Players will be taken care of when it comes to motivation. These players should be motivated. You can't just produce if you're not well motivated. The FC Leopards should concentrate on the player aspect. That's one thing. Second thing is about fans. We have to really make sure that fans are on board. FC Leopards has the most vibrant fans even now, but I think that vibrancy can be taken a notch higher by engaging fans. We have to engage fans in everything, and we have very many programs that a team can do, community best, that can make sure that we have very many fans and the fans are involved in the running of the team. And then third, we must, as much as fans need to be involved, we must try to make it a bit professional. A bit professional. We have to run it as a project. We must have a project. We must have goals. We must have specific goals with good, they call them appraisals. We must have appraisals. If a coach is there, we can't just sit. A coach cannot come and then we say, we are going to win the league. If you want to win the league, you must have appraisal steps. You have to be able to check. After 2 matches, you evaluate, you analyze. What did we do wrong? What did we do right? You know, you must focus. You must approach football as a project. When you finish there, then you go to another 3 months or 2 months. What did we do wrong? What did we not do wrong? And we should work as a team. If the technical bench and the management, NEC, and the secretariat are not working in harmony, then it means the team cannot also perform. So they must work in harmony. You must get a leadership that's going to integrate all these people so that they're able to manage the club as a project. And when they manage a club as a project, you will see us competing the likes of Yanga in terms of revenue generation, the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns, the likes of Al Hilal, the likes of Al Ahly, because those are teams that are managed as projects. And when they manage a project, we'll have enough funds to do whatsoever you want. You'll have fans. You see Al Hilal and Al Ahly, how fans throng the stadium. Stadium is full because they are involved. The project is ran. They can see the objective. Fans can see good management, and they can like it. Because when fans see good management, they have trust into the team, and they are able even to fund the team, do other things, yes. And results will start coming up. We'll be continental club. So I think those are 3 specific things that AFC Leopards, as we move forward, for those who will be in management and those who are in management, they are supposed to look at and make sure that they bring it into focus.
Okay, talking about branches.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not talk about your branch now.
Yes.
What's the role of all the branches towards maybe making sure that the team is run well? Okay, generally, what's the role of these branches?
Basically, when it comes to our constitution, AFC Leopards constitution, branches are given roles, though the roles are somehow limiting. Because one, the branches are given, it's through branches that AFC Leopards recruit its members. The branches mobilize for the team to recruit members, and then these members are just AFC Leopards fans. That's one clear path that has been given. You can register, the branch will bring, and then you register us. They mobilize, basically. And then second level, mobilization to the field, bringing players to the field. And you know, that's out of passion. It's not in the constitution. Fans do that in passion. That's why there's no club there's no branch that can be held responsible for not bringing fans to the
fans went to the stadium or not.
Yeah, it's something that's motivational, or that comes out of passion. Yeah, so and then the branches is through branches, that through members, registered members, because there are some members who are in the branch and they are not registered, but those registered by the club, they're able to vote. To vote for officials, NEC, and other people. So the role of the branches and fans is not well defined. I think fans should have more say to the club, more than the way they are now. We have to look into our constitution, bring all the fans together. We ask them, how do they want to be part of the team? Because that's the only way we're going to bring these fans to the stadium, and we're going to bring these fans to support the team, and we take Ingwe back to where it was, the continental level. Yes.
And now tell me about the U45 branch, where you come from.
Okay, thank you very much. U45 branch basically it's a new branch. And when we say it's a new branch, it doesn't mean the members are also new. members from, because when you say U45, people will tell you this branch you registered this year, so it means you are new. It doesn't mean we are new. We've been AFC since when we were young, and we know everything about AFC Leopards. Yes, more than some of the branches that came 2018, 2015 there. So after the Ingwe at 16, we sat down. Some of the members were branchless, but they were registered members of AFC Leopards. Others were in some branches. And we were like-minded. We sat down and asked ourselves, Ingwe has taken 60 years, but it's like the sleeping giant is continuing to sleep. And we might go into a deep slumber if we're not careful. So what can we do as people, as some of them, to make sure that we harness what this giant is having, so that we make sure that we assist it with other members and other like-minded branches and fans to make sure that this team, we take it back to where it was. So we sat down and we came up with one objective. Our main objective of our branch is to mobilize resources and make sure that when we mobilize those resources, we enable the team to at least to move a bit, even if it's a small step, but we move to the rightful direction. So our main aim, our vision was to harness resources, make sure that we mobilize resources, do something small, and enable the team go back to the continental level that it was. And when we mean resources, we're not meaning only funds. We are talking of even ideas, because we are in a branch full of professionals, non-professionals. It's amalgamation of everybody. But we can bring our ideas together and maybe are able to tell people, can we do this and this and this? And that's why we came up with what we are running now, the gala. Yes, because we said we have funds as members. Now, going by our objective of harnessing funds so that we make sure that the team goes to the next level, what should we do this year to start with?
Yes.
Then members came up with several suggestions. There were suggestions of purchasing kits for our junior team, doing something like coming up with insurance for the players, such kind of things. But we said some of those things are done by the neck. So we looked at something that has never been done, and it has not been done by the team. Then we looked at an individual. We said, how can we now motivate the players in our own way? Then members unanimously agreed that we have to do a gala award so that we are able to motivate players from an individual perspective, because it's through an individual effort that you generate a team effort. If you don't focus on this player, motivate them, appreciate them on what they have done on an individual basis, then it means you might have a team, you might give a team a trophy, but in real sense, there are some people who pushed there, you have not recognized them. Yes. So we came up with the gala award. We said now we have to do something to these players. So our branch, basically the way I'm saying, is to harness resources and make sure that we are going to make AFC Leopards a continental club. And apart from harnessing resources, we are going beyond the normal fan perspective of going to watch football and then going home. We are living that. We are doing networking. We are having tea parties we've organized. We are going to have dinners where we call people, we share ideas, we share business ideas. If I have business, I can share with you. If I have some money, we can do several projects, because we are people who deal with a lot of projects. So we are going beyond, because that's the only way we can also assist our fans and make sure that our fans are also empowered, rather than just going to watch football. And then when we watch football, when we lose, we forget ourselves, we go home. When we win, we talk about it on a platform. The following day, we change and start now talking about Manchester United and FC Leopards and Chelsea, Arsenal, and other things without bias to fans of that team in Kenya. So it's not in bad light, but I'm just trying to give an example. So we wanted to create a different kind of fan base. And we wanted to have also like-minded branches. We joined with them to do very many things, because We like inclusivity. The way I've told you from the beginning, we have to make sure that all fans and all branches are involved in all activities pertaining to the club.
Okay.
Yes.
And now that I think this is the first time we are seeing a branch organizing a gala,
Yes.
if I'm not wrong.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, maybe someone will ask, will this be the first and the last, or it's something you guys are thinking like annually you'll be doing this?
Yes. Thank you very much for that question. The idea of gala generated from the branch members. And depending on how this gala is going to be, I think it should be entrenched into AFC Leopards culture. We are praying so because, you know, for we to do a gala, we must request from NEC because the team belongs to the NEC. The branch doesn't have a team. So we have to write to NEC and request them, can we do this gala and can we do it in this manner? They're going, and then they give us a go-ahead, the way they're giving us a go-ahead. So we pray that it should be, as much as the branch is still existing, U45, I want to assure fans of FC Leopards and the team that we are going to be organizing this as much as NEC allows us to be doing it. We are going to be organizing it every day, and we are going to do other things because as we are talking now, also as a branch, we are trying to look into the monthly players award. And we are going to discuss if NEC is going to allow us to do that. Also, we are going to go ahead and continue doing that. So it's not based, it's a branch initiative. It's not based on an individual. So it will continue.
Okay.
With Olympia not being the chair or someone else being the chair of the branch, we are going to be continuing with that until we move. And we are going to have other programs. The way I'm telling you, we are going to do bigger programs more than the gala. Yes, we're going to do bigger programs.
Okay.
Thank you.
And maybe some people think that FC Leopards last season, they didn't perform well.
Yes.
Like that's not the performance that people expected.
Yes.
So someone will ask, why award a team that performed dismally? And also, what categories are we looking at in those awards? What are we going to award?
Thank you very much for that question. Basically, as a project manager, as a profession, my profession is project management. I think any project, you must have objectives, the way I told you. And while trying to attain those objectives, you must put some effort. You must put some effort and strategies. We have to do this, 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 we have to do this for we to win. At the planning level, initiation level, planning level, execution, and then monitoring and evaluation level. For FC Leopards, they had objectives last year, which I'm not really clear with because, you know, NEC knows the objective. Them, they said objective because they said they don't sit on NEC.
Yes.
So when they do those objectives, they say we are going to do this and this and this. And basically, I think the objective, and as a fan, now I can talk as a fan. As a fan, our objective was FC Leopards to win the trophy,
Yes.
the Premier League, and win the other Mozart, the Mozart Cup. That's our objective, and winning all the games. Of course, that's my objective as a fan. A fan, you don't expect your team to lose. Leave not losing, even not being scored. We don't expect to be scored. We have to be zero at the knee. But because of some circumstances, which I don't know, those in management and those who are going to do appraisal, they're able to explain why we lost some games instead of winning all the games, and why we were scored even 1 goal or 2 goals instead of not conceding zero goals. However, apart from that, I think we scored goals. Didn't we score? We scored goals. Didn't we win? We won some games. Yes, we won some matches. At the same time, the output of all players was not the same. Some players, we left some matches, we had lost matches, but we could say a particular player played well. This one didn't play well. This one delivered well. We were scored because of this player and not because of this player. And because of that, I think for the player who played well, and we lost the game, he needs an accolade. You can't condemn everybody and say, because you lost this game, we lost this game, and so each and every player should be banished. Next time we should be benched.
Yeah.
We can't do that. So the reason behind this is to motivate. We try to give this player who did well, so that others, when we go to the next season, they're able to also know that if you do well, you're going to be, you can get something, you can be appreciated. These fans are seeing what you are doing. That's another issue.
Yeah.
The players should see, because fans player of the season, before I go to all the categories, is going to be voted by fans. So it means there are fans who are looking at you and evaluating you. However much they were disappointed you didn't win the league, they can appreciate, yes, there's a player who played well this season, and he needs to be appreciated. So this player will be motivated and will see, okay, my efforts were appreciated. Yes, and then those ones who are not appreciated, it's not lost. They have also a chance to prove themselves in this coming season, so that they can be appreciated. And then for Nini, we have also not only players, the fans played their role 100%. In the categories, we have the fan of the year, the best fan is being voted in by fans. Because if we say we lost, in real sense, fans played their part. The same way fans played their part, there are players who played their parts. So we are appreciating fans. We are also appreciating even the branch of the season, the best branch. How vibrant were you? How did you mobilize your fans and this and other things? We didn't win the league, but we did some effort. So next year, we want to promise that we are going to double or triple if we win the league, because that's what we hope. We're going to win the league. So in the category, we have the main category, we have the best player of the season. This best player of the season is going to be done statistically, because you must get experts to get the best player of the season, the minutes played, whatsoever. They look at those statistics. And then we have, the second thing, we have the fans player of the season. The player that fans saw, he had the rightful output. So this one is going to be voted in. He has already been voted in, and the name is outside there. And that's an open voting. And then we have, when you are in a team, as a team, even in a project, there is that person that you see, he really motivates the team, or he plays a bigger role in the team. So because of that, we introduced what we call player of the season. So players among themselves are going to sit down, they're going to have a secret ballot and say, according to our last season, we were able to identify this player as the best. This was the best player among us, or this is the player who did well, kulingana na sisi.
Yes.
And then at long last, we have the fan of the season. We are about fans. And then we have the best branch. Yes, those are the categories.
Those are the categories.
Yes, we have.
Nice. Now, you are doing a gala, and majorly it's known that galas logistics are needed. Is it that your branch solicited for these funds, or you fundraise, or you have partners, or where are you getting these funds to do this gala?
Thank you very much for that question. First, at the beginning, the money to award the players the trophies and the monetary accolades that we're going to give the players are from the branch members. Because the way I told you, branch members made up of business people, corporates, our donations, small donations.
Yes.
And those people who are willing and saying we have to motivate for the love of the team. So that one has basically been catered for by our branch.
Okay.
And then we have other factors or other factors of production that has been brought in by other people, and most of them is on voluntary basis. Like the person who is going to do the dressing for our players that day is voluntary. It's a chain, a cloth chain, renowned. They're going to do the dressing. We have those people who are going to do the grooming. It's voluntary. They're going to do it free of charge. We have those people who are behind the media and our communication. They're doing it free of charge, because some of them are our members, others are friends. And then we have for the gala itself, for hosting, like for deco and other things, we have a person who is going to pay for that, and it's outreach. We have just reached. And then we have also other few people who have come in, small donations, because it's it's not as big as a gala is going to be, but it's going to be classical. Yeah, I can assure those people who are going to be there. You know, in project management doesn't mean that the money you spend is the one that's going to make something look nice. It's all about how you organize and how you manage the planning. You avoid wastage, be on time, do something to perfection, and everybody is going to see the output. Of course, that's what I believe in.
Yeah.
So majority of the biggest funding came from the branch members, but the other top-ups, it's going to come from maybe well-wishers here and there. But next year, I think we might have to do a lot of work, because we'll bring other branches at the organization level, because it was a short-term kind of program. That's why we didn't have time to bring other branches on board. But we are going to bring other branches on board next year, so that it will be an event of branches. Yeah. The gala will be an event of branches, not U45. Yes, all branches will come in, we put our minds together and come up with something nice. So we are wishing that even if there's any branch outside there that wants to partner with us, they can come and join us, and we move, because the days are still there and we can slot them in, and they play their part, and we move with them.
Okay.
Yes.
Someone will be watching this interview and asking himself or herself, when is this gala? Who is attending?
Okay.
Where?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. So the gala, there's more information about the gala on our website, U45 website. But now, if you want to get more information about it, but basically the gala will be on 21st, which is next Wednesday of August. The gala will take place from 2 to 6, and we are, being project managers, we are time conscious. It will start at 2 when we are saying it like that, and end at 6 at Ma Hotel. Ma Hotel is in Hurlingham, and unfortunately or fortunately, it's going to be an invite only kind of an event. Yeah. And why are we saying it's invite only? Because we want to give our players the best they can get. Yeah. So we'll have to control the number that's going to be there, and that's why we're going to, it's an invite only, and we are going to have the space also, the area that's there. And Ma Hotel also, it's also one of our sponsors. Okay. Of course, that's one of the sponsors. That's why we chose there. They are sponsoring us to do the event. So their area also, we must look at the area aspect. Their area, the garden. Yes. We can't accommodate everybody. But next year, if we'll have enough time, we can do it even in Kasarani and host all the fans of FC Leopards in the gala. Yes.
That's nice. The most important thing there is invite only. So get crushers, sorry. But it's something we really need to understand.
Yes.
Now, maybe a question I would ask you. You started as a fan when you were young. You are now a club chairman, branch chairman.
Yes.
What next for you? These are a personal question. What next for you? Are we expecting to see Musonye managing FC Leopards?
That's somehow a funny question. Of course, it's not funny because I've asked severally about that. And it's unfortunate that people have started asking me that question when I've said the issue of gala.
Yes.
And previously, when I was doing other things behind the scenes, when I was not a chair, they didn't really recognize me. But because the gala has taken a lot of media attention, now I've started being asked if I'm going to. It's a political kind of move. Yeah. So generally. This is a branch initiative, the way I told you. It's not Olympia's initiative.
Yes.
The members sat down and decided. So the majority vote of the branch won the gala. So the gala aspect is not, I allow to need that first. It's not political in nature because it's a branch initiative. But as we move on, I've told people it's not a must that you be on the helm of a particular team, or you must be in a leadership in a position for you to do something different for a club. So basically, my concentration now is on club performance and doing my projects. And my focus now is on gala. We have to do the gala and really motivate the players for the next season. And if it reaches a time, maybe 10 years or 20 years from now, and members will see that maybe Olympia is good enough to run this club, why not? You know, when people call you, you just go. But I can't stand there and endorse myself. I say I want to vie for this club, and people they have not seen me seen me play, because there's a saying, they say a best player is seen off the ball. A best player is seen off the ball.
Yeah, true.
When you see, for those who know football, you watch people playing. You'll always see how players, you start analyzing the player. When it's off the ball, you don't see. So the coach is able and the fan are able to say, this player is good. Yeah, so the fans and other people, if they see Olympia is maybe 10, 3 years from now, I'll tell them it's okay. But now we have to play. If you want to play, maybe we have to play football or play Olympia's game. We have to play with dignity. The way I say, play with dignity. So that we agree we are working on this and this and this, and the objectives we go forward. So one day we don't roll out. Yes, but in case it comes, it's okay. But it doesn't come, we continue with our programs, because our main aim as a branch is to make sure that we make AFC Leopards a continental club, and we can do it from anywhere we are, as on a branch level, at individual level, and anywhere. Yeah, thank you.
Nice. So I'll give you an opportunity, maybe 1 minute, to talk to FC Leopards fans.
Yes.
Give them any message you want to give them. Also, talk to the current management of FC Leopards. Maybe you have a word you'd like to tell them.
Which one should I start with?
Any. You're free to start with any.
To FC Leopards fans, we as a branch, U45 branch, we love you very much, and we welcome you to the gala. We are, as FC Leopards fans, we are the most vibrant fans in this country, and we need to continue pushing, and I'm sure that one day the team is going to win the league. So welcome to the gala, and feel free to come and enjoy yourself this coming Wednesday. Thank you. And for the NEC, I want to appreciate NEC for the cooperation they gave us during the organization of this gala. And I just have to say thank you very much for that support they gave us. Thank you.
Yeah, I have been having a very amazing conversation with Olympia Musonye, the chairman U45 FC Leopards branch. Jamaa anajua ball, amenikumbusha mambo ya Eldoret KCC, amenikumbusha wachezaji wengine hapo, you know. And a good job he's doing pale U45 as the chair. Mnasikia wako na gala on Wednesday. Maybe tukipata invites, mnasikia invites only, tutaenda kule.
I'll leave you with one.
Yeah, tutaenda kule. Yeah. Alafu pia tutawaletea coverage kidogo, tuonyeshe jinsi mambo yanavyoenda, and it's something I would like to urge other community clubs. We have Gor Mahia, we have Shabana. Don't wait for the NEC to do things. Fanya ndio waone kuna kitu wanafaa kufanya. Otherwise, I really appreciate.
Thank you very much.
Nimesikia uko na touch ya ball sana and some history.
Yes.
I will invite you again so that we can talk generally about
football.
Sio gala. Sasa ni football.
Thank you. I'll appreciate it. I'll appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So from the guy behind the camera there, Dave, tunasema adios.